Well, good day to all of you guys. So I wanted to jump on here and talk about the power of listening. And I would want to propose to you that the power of listening can be actually considered a strategy in your business. All right. So so we're going to start off and I'm going to get into this, but if you want to learn more and go deeper into, selling more stuff online, I've got a new book called Belief. Just go to randyschrumbbook.com. If someone wanted to type that in the comments there, that would be awesome. Appreciate that. And go there and you can read that book. It's $7, available for immediate download, and goes into selling a lot more stuff online and how to do it leading with your belief. All right. So the power of listening. Now, let me propose to you that, and here is a fact. Some might say it is backed with a lot of data. I don't know about the data, but let me just strongly emphasize that there is a lot of power in what I'm about to say. And it's this: the more you listen, the more accomplished the other party will feel. And so when it comes to business, that's a big deal. But let me just even propose in a relationship, in friendship and marriage and in life is, do you listen to respond, or do you listen to listen? Do you listen in order to consider what the other party is saying? And in sales, that's a big deal as well, is if I'm doing a consulting call, and I've done a lot of consulting calls, and I will tell you that if someone books an hour-long consulting call with me, most of the call, probably about 45 minutes or more, times where it's went up to 50 or 52 minutes of an hour-long 60-minute call, where the other party, the client, is talking. Why is that? Well, I like to listen and learn and collect data and collect information so that I can properly respond, not just respond with what I assume. And a lot of people like to just listen to respond, right? And how many of us are guilty of that? And in an area of our life, you can take what I'm talking about and apply it to any area. And so many of us, just want to say something and add something or add a point. It's hard when you're sitting there and you have these ideas and thoughts inside, and you just want to state them. You have these feelings or emotions, and you just want to get them out. Well, there's power in listening. There's power in reserving your words, and there's power in the tongue. And here's what I also know is that we have 2 ears and 1 mouth. So 2 ears, 1 mouth, right? So why is that? And I think there's a lot of math behind it, 2 and 1, meaning that you should listen 2 times more than you speak. And I would highly recommend that you do more than that. In fact, if I'm in a room, I will typically be the last person to speak. And not because, part of it's because of my, being an introvert and not liking to talk a lot. But another part of it is that you can learn so much about other people if you just let them talk. And when it does come to sales, listen to this. If you want to, this coming week, sell more in your business, then start conversations and get the other party to talk more. And what you do is you can ask more deeper questions instead of making another statement as they talk for 10, 15 minutes. Then listen closely. You probably are going to be able to ask a deeper question. And so, if someone tells me how they used to work with someone and they'll talk about that story, I might ask, well, tell me more about that. Why did you decide not to work with them anymore or be with them anymore? And so you go deeper and you're going to learn things. You might learn things like, wait a second, the person you're potentially wanting to do business with might have some issues that, you might not want to take on as a client. And so you can ask those questions, right? And so that's just something to consider. You can also implement this strategy, and I call it a strategy of listening, where you can survey your audience in business. You can do a survey or a poll and once they all respond to your survey or poll, you can then ask some deeper questions. And so again, this is the power of listening in the digital age as well. And so take it for what it's worth, but there's a lot of gold to be discovered when you can listen and ask the right questions instead of, feeling the need to just state your position or state your story. Rather, how can you listen to the other person and help them? And the more that they talk, they do feel helped. But additionally with that is, what deeper questions can you ask to further discover how you can help the other party? Does that make sense? So there is a lot of power in listening, and so many people overlook it and don't consider it. And so I just want to highly encourage you this coming week, after you've caught this video, is start applying this as not just a principle, but a strategy, and see how you can cultivate your listening power and allow it to be something that can equip you. And when it comes to your business, really equip you to generate more results, right? And help other people. But apply it in all areas, but hone in on it, consider it a principle, consider it a strategy, but do more of it. All right. Hey, if this was helpful, I'm thankful that you caught it, and appreciate it if you guys wanted to share it around and let other people know about it. Go get a copy of the book. I put a link here in the comments. All right. Talk to you guys soon.